Hey guys, how's it going? Bahroo here, and today I have part 2 of my solo extinction guide. In this section I'm going to be going over the city, which is 3 hives, and then the chopper, which will destroy the bigger hive. As the last episode, if you find these guides helpful, don't forget to leave a like on the video, help support the channel. And so let's just go ahead and get into it. So we're picking right up where we left off in the last episode. We're going to go ahead and move our turret closer to the hive, so we have everything set up. You have quite a bit of time in city to kind of do a lot of prep, search around if you really want to, but I don't do that too much right now. I'm just worried about getting all set up. Once you get to farm, though, you're not going to really have too much time. So we're going to go ahead and set up the challenge. And this find the leaper in 30 seconds is probably one of the most annoying challenges that you can get, because there's no real way to tell where the leaper is, which is unfortunate. The only way you can actually tell where he is you need the loadout perk, which is called Feral Instincts, and this will put a red glow around the one that you need to kill. But since I don't have Feral Instincts, there's no way of me being able to tell which one it is. So that is kind of unfortunate that they give you a challenge like that, but it's in there. As far as defending this first area, though, it's pretty simple. The scorpions are going to jump up on that middle building first before they go anywhere else. Sometimes they'll go to the right there, but it's usually going to be on that middle building right in front of me, or it'll be going across to the side there. And have your turret positioned like right where I'd put it. It's going to be able to get most of the enemies. Don't rely it to get kills, though. Just let it soften the enemies up a bit, that way you don't have to use as much ammo, and as such don't have to use as much money. And now that I'm at max money, I decided to give myself a little bit of protection here, since I already have plenty of ammo, so I don't need to waste any of that. So whenever you have excess money and you have ammo, just give yourself a boost, or not a booster, a armor. Even though it's not as effective because we're not putting any points into it yet, it'll still provide you a little bit of extra protection. So it can't hurt, since you can only carry 6,000 anyway. Just try and... oh, and here are the red ones. I don't really know what they're called, because we don't have a name for them. We have scouts, scorpions, and rhinos, but they for some reason don't have a name. But we'll just call them the red guys. Try and just keep an eye on how long your sentry has been out, because it will decay over time, even if it's doesn't get attacked. So whenever that gets near, just have money ready to replace your turret, because you want to have a turret up at all times at this point. It's really invaluable asset. And we're getting near the end of this drill here, so we don't have to really worry too much. Usually you'll get 1 to 2 more red guys shortly after this. It's usually either during or immediately after. You can see there my turret degraded, even though nothing was attacking it. So we're going to go ahead and put another point into armor piercing rounds. That way we get even more ammo when we place down a thing. I'm going to do a little bit of searching here. What we're looking for is a rapid fire attachment. We found a little bit of money there, so that's nice. But yeah. And we found a hypno knife. Hypno knife you want to save until you have to protect the chopper, because you really don't need too much assistance for protecting the drill. It already has a lot of health, and as long as you are taking care of seekers, you won't have much issue with it. I do find a full ammo refill, but Even though it's nice to have that, you want to always use armor piercing. And we're going to be saving our SOFLAM for another when we attack the thing. This one can be a little bit annoying to kill enemies while prone, but since it's in here, it won't be that difficult because you still have a lot of the little guys. Just want to make sure you keep them off of the sentry gun, because as I said before, even if you put points into it, they're still fairly weak. And speaking of putting points into the sentry turret, we're going to be putting some more points into it very soon, because for the chopper protection, you're going to want a little bit of extra damage from the sentry gun. As you can see right there, I make a little mistake there and don't get my turret protected. This whole drill section in general is really bad, simply because it's very difficult to place your turret in a single area that they won't come from, since they come from all directions on this particular one. And it was almost get downed here, but I throw a little extra armor for me, so that way I don't get downed. It's probably, I think that's the only time I actually get near death. And you want to point your sentry gun near the seekers, because that will definitely help you with taking them out. And you can see there, when I was almost getting downed, the riot shield was helping me out actually quite a bit. And I try and take control of that guy just to get him off me, but I end up missing. And I lose my turret again, because I had to get out of that area. Now the drill is very sturdy, so you can let it get attacked for quite a while, and you can repair it. However, I don't really recommend repairing the drill unless you're absolutely sure you don't have any scorpions up, because the scorpions can ruin you pretty quickly. And we got a skill point there, so I go ahead and throw it into the sentry turret. We're going to be putting another point in there pretty shortly. And here I am not paying attention again, having seekers spawn on me. Seekers are really the only things that should be able to really down you, but assuming you're paying attention like I wasn't here, they shouldn't be too much of an issue for you. And this drill's almost done. At this point, I could pretty much let them attack the drill and just back off, and I would be just fine, but I don't do that because I don't want them to all chase me as soon as that drill's done. I heard the meteorite come down, so I've got a few more seekers to take out here. Now I'm getting out of line of sight of that scorpion because I didn't want to get hit with that. And we're going to go ahead and put another point into our sentry. So now we're going to clear out the area here, get the rest of the aliens out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next area. Taking advantage of that full ammo that we got, so that we don't have to buy any more right this second. And there's our last alien. Alright, so now we're going to move the drill to the last area. There's always going to be 3 hives that you have to take out before the defense part. So now we lay down our drill and we're putting down our next sentry turret. Now you don't want to use that fire trap unless you happen to get the defense or the challenge, which I ended up getting. You only have to get 5. So if the scout runs through it, it should kill him before he gets on the turret, and that's why I moved mine just a little bit more to the right. I ended up shooting the scouts because I didn't think they would be able to do it, but it does actually get them. So your turret will take a little bit of damage, but it should be fine. If a red one gets on it though, you're going to want to immediately shoot him because the fire will not kill him. And I just keep, see there's the red one right there. He just walked right through the fire. Didn't really affect him too much. I don't like them sitting on the turret, but the fire will kill them. Now we only need one more and then we'll get our challenge point. go ahead and throw myself a little bit more ammo since I have money to spare. Throw on the fire trap again to try and get our last kill. Turret dies there, and then we're going to throw down another one. So there we go, there's our last challenge. As I said, you want to place the turret in front of the meteorites, that way it will take out all of the seekers. And they also have very little health, so if you get a fire trap on them, they'll die pretty quickly. And we go ahead and put our last point into armor-piercing rounds, that way ammo will not be an issue at any point. Have a little issue here taking him out, but that's done. Once you have the challenge out of the way, clearing this section isn't that difficult since the turret will be pretty much be covering you at all times. And I keep getting a meteorite in the same place, but it's irrelevant since the sentry turret's pretty good at taking them all out. Occasionally you'll get one that goes up there. One thing to note is that the Seekers or the suicide aliens can in fact and I go ahead and spend some money here since I have extra money to spend. They can damage the drill if they're close enough, which is kind of unfortunate because they actually do quite a bit of damage, and that affects your end of the round money. But the further you get into Extinction, the less and less you become reliant on money. You'll see in the last section that it pretty much becomes, money's just irrelevant. As soon as I hit max, I just start spending it on random things. And there we go, we've dealt with our last thing there. So now we're going to go ahead and clear out the rest of the aliens, move our drill to the next area. And I go ahead and put a point into armor, so that way I can just get some extra armor when I throw them down. It's really not that important. In all honesty, I probably should have just saved the skill point until I get another one, so that way I can put armor-piercing rounds on my sentry. Now look at where I place my sentry turret here. You want to have it right there, so that way it can hit the area over there, and right where I'm standing, scorpions will stand. You want to get that area too. And we're just going to do a little bit more searching while we wait for the helicopter. I get a holographic sight, why not? Still looking for a rapid fire. Fun little fact is that changing your sight for the same sight will change your camo. If you get a red dot sight, you can get a gold camo if you want that. And we're going to go ahead and use our SOFLAM on the hive, do a little extra damage to it. Now, I still have that flare back there, but I don't think I end up getting it again. Probably because I ended up forgetting about it, but this is one of the best areas to use the flare in, so that way all the scorpions are just preoccupied. Most important part of this section is just keeping them off of your turret. For the most part, the turret will take out most of the scorpions. That turret was already kind of beat up a little bit, so it already died. There's a scorpion right there, kind of jumping around. My life hell. So we take him out, place our next turret. And as you can see, as I was saying right there, he'll hit that one that lands right there without any issues. Sometimes they'll jump right in front of your turret. You don't have to worry about the scorpions jumping on top of your turret. They can't actually melee or disable the turret, so that's nice. Sometimes they'll jump right there next to that sign, which is kind of unfortunate because they can't hit them. But as you can see right there, he jumped in front of the turret again and kind of got murdered. Overall, this section can get a little hectic, but if you keep everything under control at all times, you shouldn't have an issue. Just make sure that the scorpions die as soon as they spawn. And giving myself a little bit more armor because I have just extra money, so. But yeah, your top priority is keeping the scorpions under control. Because if The reason for this is that if the chopper goes away, the scorpions no longer have a target to focus on, and then they will start mauling you instead, and you really don't want that. So just make sure you get those scorpions out as soon as they spawn. Also, don't forget to use your pistol. It is pretty effective with the armor-piercing rounds. You don't have, even though he'll say like taking scorpion damage, you don't have to worry too much about him. He'll just continue saying that. And I have this little guy take out some of my turret's health. But we put our next turret down, take out that scorpion, continue moving on. The gas, you don't have to worry about it hurting your turret. It can't, from what I've seen, it can't damage it. And that's what I was saying, like that they can get right there. It's kind of annoying to take out. I take a little bit of damage here. Turret takes quite a bit as well because of the whole suiciders. If they come from the back, it's kind of annoying to have to deal with. And I lose yet another turret. But it's irrelevant since you get so much money in this section. So overall, it's not that difficult. If you're in a team, typically what I will do is we'll use the same setup. One person will watch behind the turret at all times, and then one person will just lay into the hive, so that way this area will go by faster. If for some reason you have troubles with keeping the helicopter alive and he ends up flying away, you need to make sure that you can put in a little bit of damage into it, because if this section takes too long, you'll start getting rhinos, which with armor-piercing rounds really isn't that big of an issue, but you're going to want double turret before you start taking on rhinos, because you'll start getting multiples of them, and that can be kind of difficult to take on without an upgraded turret, with at the very least armor-piercing rounds. Once your sentry gets armor-piercing rounds, they don't really have much issue with taking out rhinos. They can do quite a bit of damage, actually. And there we go, just taking out all the suicide guys, and the hive is almost done. Give myself just a little bit more ammo here. As you can see, got more just gnawing on my thing. Keep wanting to take out my turret. And as I said before, he's going to say taking scorpion damage, but he's going to say that even if he gets hit once, so you don't have to worry about him flying away because of that. Just keep an eye out for him saying that it's too hot and that he's walking away. That's when you need to kind of worry about it. There are times where like it'll have this much health left on the hive, but he'll end up flying away, and that can be kind of aggravating. Once the hive is destroyed though, he will help you clear out the rest of the aliens, so that's nice. So that's pretty much it for this section. As you saw, you just kind of got to stay in that one area for defending the hive. Defending the drills really isn't that difficult, except for that middle section, because there's really no good way here. So we're going to just be spending the rest of our money here. And we're going to, as far as our skill point goes, we're going to be waiting to put it into that one, because we want armor-piercing rounds on our sentry turret. So, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this section. This is going to be the city guide for solo Extinction. And next section is going to contain the farm and nuke escape. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe if you found this helpful. Leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.